When did a teacher's attempt to avoid work create 10 times more problems? After telling us that she had mandatory district training for 3 days starting Monday, my English teacher pointed at me and announced, "You'll be teaching the Shakespeare unit while I'm gone since you actually understand the material. Unlike everyone else who thinks the movie counts as reading." I stared at her in complete disbelief. Shouldn't we have a substitute teacher for this? She shuffled papers, avoiding eye contact because she definitely knew this was wrong. Substitutes are incompetent and I don't have time to train someone on my specific curriculum. I pushed back immediately. But I'm not trained either and I'm literally a student. She was already halfway out the door clutching her tote bag. "Just follow the lesson plan and make them understand Romeo and Juliet since there's a test when I get back. Have a great weekend, goodbye." She practically ran from the room before I could protest further, and suddenly I understood exactly how badly this would backfire. Monday morning I walked into class dragging a suitcase full of zombie makeup and fake blood. We're doing Romeo and Juliet, love in the time of zombies, where the Montagues are zombie hunters and the Capulets are secretly infected. Jackson volunteered for Romeo and I told him his character collected zombie teeth as trophies. Sophia got Juliet, who was slowly turning but fighting it for love. We rewrote the balcony scene as a quarantine breach. "But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet hasn't eaten anyone yet," Jackson delivered while Sophia gnawed on her own arm for practice. The nurse became a scientist and Friar Lawrence ran an underground zombie shelter. By lunch everyone had memorized more Shakespeare than they had all semester. Tuesday we created hazmat suits from garbage bags for the Montagues and painted decay on the Capulets with whiteout and permanent markers. The party scene became Romeo discovering Juliet wasn't quite human when she tried to bite him during their first kiss. "She literally tried to eat your face and you're still into her?" someone shouted as Mercutio, who believed the government created the virus. "Love conquers all, even the undead," Jackson replied, while Sophia perfected her zombie twitch by watching possum videos. The janitor walked in and saw 30 students covered in fake blood staging what looked like a biohazard event and immediately left muttering about his paycheck. Wednesday got completely out of control when I invited other classes to watch without permission. The fight scene turned into Mercutio getting infected while Romeo had to decide whether to kill his best friend before he turned. We used pool noodles as weapons and ketchup packets for blood, which exploded everywhere, coating walls and ceiling in red splatter. "A plague on both your houses" became, "I'm literally plagued by both your houses and it's highly contagious," while the infected Mercutio chased students down the hallway moaning about government conspiracies and demanding brains. The cafeteria staff locked their doors when they saw him coming, and someone pulled the fire alarm thinking there was an actual emergency happening. The principal arrived after getting 6 emergency calls about a possible biohazard in the English wing, plus reports that students were dying. "What the absolute hell is happening in here?" he demanded while stepping over fake bodies and slipping on fake blood puddles. Jackson was mid-death scene drinking green Gatorade mixed with Pop Rocks for a foaming rabies effect. "Here's to my love, oh true apothecary. Thy drugs are quick but not quick enough to stop me from turning into the very thing I swore to destroy." He performed the most dramatic zombie transformation ever witnessed in education, including bone-cracking sound effects he made with his mouth and writhing for a full minute while foam poured down his chin onto the floor. Sophia woke to find him half-turned with one eye rolled back and his jaw hanging at an impossible angle. "I'll kiss thy lips before you fully turn, or maybe I'll just let you bite me so we can be zombies together, because honestly that's still a better love story than the original." The principal called my teacher immediately while students from 3 other classes gave a standing ovation. My teacher drove back from training at 90 miles per hour after getting frantic calls from the principal, 3 other teachers, multiple parents, and the superintendent asking why there was a Shakespearean zombie apocalypse in her classroom. She burst through the door Wednesday afternoon to find her classroom barricaded like a zombie defense station, with desks stacked against windows and emergency exit plans drawn on every board in red marker that resembled blood. The entire class was calmly taking her test, but every answer referenced the zombie apocalypse in technically accurate analysis. Explain fate in Romeo and Juliet got responses about viral transmission patterns determining destiny. Discuss love versus family loyalty became treatises on whether you should kill infected relatives before they turn. She found me after class, looking completely defeated and possibly considering early retirement. They all got perfect scores, but the principal wants to see both of us immediately. I smiled innocently while wiping fake blood off my hands with her precious lesson plan. "Maybe next time just get a substitute like you're supposed to." She never left a student in charge again.